Hey, hello everyone. Listen, I have to disagree with something Bringabong said. She said you're out here in the middle of nowhere. Now my attitude is anywhere where you grow pot and stand up for freedom is the centre of the universe, not the middle of nowhere. The dead shits in Canberra are in the middle of nowhere, right? That's the way I see it. Now listen, Jack Herrera's name's come up a few times and so it should. I had the pleasure of staying a couple of days with Jack in Los Angeles back in 1995 when we were making $1 Billion Crop. And we got to talk about how we got involved in hemp or pot or medical cannabis or all the other things. Jack came to the business pretty late. It's an amusing story. I think he was about 30 at the time. A redneck Marine, he told me, and he said that he was red in the neck as good as the best. And anyway, a hippie chick picked him up one night in a bar, I think, and asked Jack, he said, "Jack, have you ever smoked weed?" She said, "Oh, well, I wouldn't say, I don't want to end up schizophrenic or whatever." And she says, "Jack, I think you need a smoke." And anyway, to cut a long story short, she took him upstairs, they had a smoke together, and then as Jack put it, he said the best orgasm he's ever imagined he had. And then when he came down from that, he says, "And they've made this illegal?" And so he started his life's campaign to actually get the ridiculous things changed. My story's a bit different. It's also illustrative. I wish it was that. It's a little more simple. When I was 14, and for no particular reason that I can actually understand even now, I went down to the Maryland's West produce store and bought 2 pounds of hemp seed. In 1969, you could buy it from the hardwares and produce stores. It was used as a bird seed. But I was told it was sterilised. Put 2 pounds out between wet newspaper and got 2 seeds that germinated out of those many thousands. Nurtured one to a plant about 1.5 meters. And I remember each day after school I'd run down and I'd look at it. And I thought, boy, this is as beautiful as any girl I've seen. It's, I fell in love, I suppose you'd have to say. Fell in love with the hemp plant. And it seemed to have directed where my life goes ever since. We're happy, obviously the licensing's come in now, there are licenses, but we're not happy with having licenses. There's a number of reasons why we're not. You have to pay literally thousands of dollars for some fools to come out and cut the tops off your plants and then tell you whether they are or they are not okay. They're not judging them in things like what good they're doing to the soil, how much water they're saving, how much herbicide or pesticide they're saving. That should be the criteria. So we want to work towards a situation where hemp is grown for the ecological value irrespective of their laws. Now the next thing, I was arrested today. Now this is interesting. I live my life by a certain maxim. That says that your life starts to end the moment you remain silent about something that really matters. Now that is an important thing for me. Now I see some police up there, and I'd actually invite one of them, maybe Richardson if it's up there, it's a bit out of my acuity, might come down and explain to the crowd how harassing a young family is a benefit to police. These people are being paid on the public salary. They're meant to be public servants, right? Pharmaco-fascism is fascism. Whether you use it as an excuse that the drug is dangerous, we know it's not. Policing a wrong law is a crime against your own conscience. As I said, I don't want to spend my time here slagging away without giving you a right to reply. Why don't you come and take the microphone and explain to these people, many of whom have had family members and others arrested and had their lives interfered with, why don't you come and explain why the Nuremberg principle shouldn't apply to you? The Nazis were hung at the end of the Second World War because they did the wrong thing following orders. Only morons follow orders that are against the natural order and against your moral conscience, right? We want a return to community policing, right? These people here are intelligent enough to make a decision what they do with their minds and with their gardens without being told by morally vacuous thugs what they should be doing on the excuse that they're following orders and that's currently the law. Let me say this, Let me say this, just a few years ago, it was against the law for women to have the vote. Right? Women couldn't vote, and sturdy, upright police enforced that. The activist Emmeline Pankhurst was thrown into jail many times simply for wanting to vote. When I was in the little cell, there was a nice sticker, "Say no to homophobia." Great idea! How about saying no to cannabisophobia? And then you do a lot better. Yeah, you've got to have a historical perspective. That invitation stands, officers. Come down, take the microphone. If you're proud of what you do, if you're proud of what you do, come and explain to these people why their families and their children's lives are being ruined. Are there any takers? Looks like we have to meet them on the tug-of-war patch. I hope you've got more strength in your arms than you have in your mind, sir. Okay.